Hi guys. Our claim is loser pays lawsuits should be enforced in the United States. We have two significant claims: fuller compensation for the winners, including unjustly accused defendants, and deterrence of frivolous claims. Our inherency argument is that the American rule allows for too many frivolous claims to congest the United States court system and does not always benefit the winners of the court cases. The English rule, or the loser pays lawsuit rule, provides that the party who loses in court pays for the other party's legal costs. This is in contrast to the American rule, where each party is responsible for paying for their own legal costs. For example, attorney costs, attorney fees, unless a statute or contract provides otherwise. The thinking behind the English rule is that, or also known as the loser pays lawsuit rule, is that the winner should not be held accountable for their own costs. In an experiment done by Edward Schneider and James Hughes in the studies of Florida medical malpractice litigation, found that under the English rule, parties are less likely to settle filed cases. Plaintiff verdicts were more frequent. Settlements were larger, and average defense costs were higher. The average award in this experiment came close to tripling, from an average of $25,000 to $69,000. Also in this experiment, most notably, settlements of less than $10,000 were dropped from 49% of all settled cases under the American rule to less than 37% under the loser pays rule. Low value settlements under the American rule were paid to the sort of I'm going to argue that the full compensation of the winners, that there will be fuller compensation for the winners under the English rule. An overwhelming majority of people interviewed in England would not pursue lawsuits if the award for damages were less than $10,000, and their chances of victory were only 80%. Parties judged in the right would bear no fee and burden, and the party judged in the wrong would bear the entire fee and the burden. The English rule increases the award to a winning plaintiff by the amount of the plaintiff's litigation costs. Our second significance claim is deterrence of frivolous claims. According to Marie Griffin, a private attorney, the loser pays lawsuits rule would deter ordinary low merit suits, but would not discourage low merit class actions to the same extent, because the risk of enormous loss rather than the cost of legal defense is a primary source of pressure on defendants to settle. Referring back to the Florida experiment, the Florida loser pays rule seems to have worked out to weed out weaker cases and facilitate cases of disposition. The rate at which medical malpractice lawsuits were dropped after initial discovery rose from 44% to 54% of all such filings. The percentage that proceeded to trial was half of that under the American rule. Under the English rule, English civil costs, under the English rule English civil courts handled roughly 400,000 civil cases in 1990, while the American civil courts handled over 9 million cases. This shows that under the English rule, people are less likely to file frivolous cases and are pushed to think about what they are suing for.